We'll come into a comfortable cross-legged position. If you have something to sit up on, you might grab that. And we'll begin with eyes closed. You can start to slow down your breath. Let your attention come all the way down to the base of your pose. Feel what's touching the floor or your props. Lengthen all the way up past the top of the head. And anytime you notice your mind has wandered onto something else, just as soon as you notice, if you can come back, feel your body, feel your breath. Use your breath to explore the pose you're in. You can let your eyes open, keeping a soft focus, and feel free to open and close your eyes as it's useful for you. Let's begin by taking the right arm up. We'll bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow, take it back. As you do this, drop the ribs, draw the belly in. You might move around a little bit, exploring within the pose. And then release, right arm up, open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in close. As you do this, draw back through your shoulder, so you're still square across your chest. Still feeling the spine nice and tall. And then release, arm out, rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back, so back of your hand is at your waist. Interlace fingers at your waist, pull the knuckles around, elbows go towards one another, and then circle your right shoulder. Just putting a little movement in a place that may be creaky or tight here. And then reach both arms back, open up the chest. Here you might fold forward, which could be just dropping your head or coming part way or all the way to the floor. Release, come up, hands to knees, round back, lean away from your hands on your knees, drop your chin. And then roll your way back up. Let's recross the legs so the other leg is in front or on top. Take the left arm up, bend it straight back on itself. Grab your elbow, take it back. Maybe engage the abdominals a little bit to bring support to the back, length to the back. And then release, left arm up. Open it out, take it across, hook with the other arm, hug it in close. Draw back through the left shoulder so you're still square across your chest. And then release, arm out, rotate your thumb to point down, wrap it around behind your back. This time when you go to interlace your fingers, try the other thumb on top, the way you don't normally cross. Elbows go towards one another. And then circle your left shoulder. Reach both arms back, open up the chest, and then fold. Whatever amount, might be just dropping the head, might be coming all the way towards the floor. release. Come up, hands to knees, round back. Roll your way back up. Let's bring the feet to the floor, hip width apart. Shift your hands to the floor in front of the feet, and we'll take a little rock front to back. So this is a nice stretch for the calves, toes, ankles. As you rock your weight forward, look for a stretch through your toes. You can keep the feet and knees parallel. As you rock back, getting into the calves, you don't have to get your heels to the floor, just explore your range of motion. And you might also notice your hands, spreading your fingers, waking up the hands, getting hands ready for more weight soon. And then drop your heels, lift your hips, and shift your weight back to hang and ragdoll. Feet hip width apart, parallel. You can bend your knees a little or a lot. Any movement here. And then let's plant the hands near the front of the mat. Step your feet back. Come into a high push-up position. Hands shoulder width apart. Feel your head and your heels in a straight line all the way through the whole body. Shift your weight forward to lower down, low push-up. And then come into your back bend, and this could be low or high. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog when you're ready. Take your time getting into this first down dog, so you might pedal out the feet a little bit, bending one knee as you press the opposite heel towards the floor, waking up your calves, hamstrings. One thing that's nice about doing something similar in the practice is that we get to feel the subtle differences in our bodies. You have probably done down dog many, many times, but how does it feel right now? What do you notice now? Let's drop the knees, sink back to child's pose, releasing hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. With arms out in front of you, walk your hands over to the left, and then pull back through the right hip, stretching right side a little bit more. Come through center and over to the other side. Pull back through your left hip, stretching left side a bit more. And then back to center. Let's lift up through table. Come back through down dog. Bend your knees, look forward, and lightly hop or step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Mountain pose. Let's take a full A-series sun salutation. Next inhale, arms sweep high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Let's take 5 deep breaths here, or any other neutral shape. So you could come to child's pose, sitting, forearms or knees. Last deep breath in and out. Come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Again, inhale, arms high. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. Back to down dog. This time from down dog, take your right leg up, bend your knee in and start circling this bent right knee. And you're welcome to do this from hands and knees or from your forearms if that would work better for you. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times. Big circles, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then bring your right knee towards right upper arm. Extend it up and back. Take it across towards left upper arm. Send it up and back. Now right towards the center of your chest. Reach it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Sink low. Grab your left wrist. Take it across, little side bend. Come over to the other side. Grab your right wrist, take it across. Back to center. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift your chest. Let's release, arms up. Tip forward, standing splits. Hands to the floor or to a couple of blocks. We'll do this with hips square, with the upper body letting go. Like ragdoll, let your head hang, neck release. Last breath. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Sink low. Deep bend in the front leg, straight long back leg. One more breath here. Release, hands to the floor and make your way back to down dog. In each transition you can choose how fast you move, what you do or don't do. Listening to your body. From down dog, we'll take the left leg up, bend your knee in and start circling. Next time your leg is up, reach it straight, circle your ankle a few times, both directions. Take your leg a little higher and then left knee towards left upper arm. Reach it up and back. Take it across towards right upper arm. Send it up and back. And right towards the center of your chest. Extend it up and back. Big step forward, high lunge. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. Grab your right wrist, take it across, little side bend. Over to the other side, grab your left wrist, take it across. Come back to center, interlace fingers behind your back. Other thumb on top this time. Lift the heart. Release, arms up. Tip forward. Standing splits. 100% effort, reaching that back leg as straight and long and high as you can. 100% surrender. What can you let go of here? Last breath. Step back. Warrior one. Inhale, arms up. Settle in. Feeling newness here. What do you notice now? Last breath. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Feeling what you're choosing to do. And then settle into a good rest, whether that's down dog, child's pose, sitting, something else. If it's useful, you might close your eyes. Last deep breath in and out. Come back through down dog. And step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up to standing. Exhale, arms press down. Let's bend the knees and come into chair, Utkatasana. Stretching head and tailbone away from one another, hips go low, head lifts high. Last breath here. Release, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop your feet back, lower down. Up dog or cobra, and back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge, arms up. Let's come into warrior three. Shift forward and find your balance. You're welcome to modify or adjust however you need to. Last breath. Step back. Warrior one. Release through your movement transition. Left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three. One more breath here. Step back. Warrior one. Release. Make your way to a good resting pose. And then again, settle in. Slow down. Let go of everything we've just done, everything we might do. Last deep breath in and out. And come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward. Inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up. Inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen. Step or hop back, lower down. Up dog or cobra. And back to down dog. Right leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior three, one breath. Come in. Step right back to warrior one. And then when you're ready, open out, warrior two. Engaging what's useful and stripping away. Can there be ease here? What's not needed? Flip the right palm to face the ceiling. Reverse warrior two. Let's straighten the front leg for triangle. Reach out to come down. One more breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. You might come through a vinyasa. You might just step back. From down dog, when you're ready, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge. Arms up. Warrior 3, 1 breath. Step back, warrior 1. Open out, warrior 2. Flip the left palm, reverse warrior. Let's straighten the front leg, triangle. Can you keep it fresh, alive, new, even when it's so familiar? Last breath here. Release, hands to the floor, make your way back to down dog. And again, a good rest, letting go. Last breath here. Let's come back through down dog and step or hop your feet forward, inhaling, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees, arms up, inhale, chair. Exhale, straighten. Again, inhale, chair. From here, let's take a twist. Left elbow across to the outside of the right knee. Work the palms towards the center of the chest, opening through the top shoulder. Feel free to modify or adjust this if this isn't working for you. Last breath here. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Same thing other side. Right elbow across, get it all the way over, and then work the palms towards the center of the chest. Back to center, hips low, arms high. Interlace fingers behind your back. Lift the chest. Fold forward, wrapping arms overhead. And you can separate your feet, hip width apart or wider. If you need to separate your hands, you might hold something, a strap or sock or scarf. Release the arms all the way down, bend the knees. Let's come into a squat, malasana. You're welcome to widen your stance, turn your toes out, or use props to assist you. We're going to open up the knees using the elbows. Roll your shoulders back and down so the chest is open. Nice long torso on all 4 sides. We'll work our root lock here, Mula Bandha, same as a Kegel exercise. As you exhale, draw the pelvic floor muscles in and up. As you inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. Exhale, engage. Inhale, release. And then engage and keep holding, keep breathing, drawing in strongly through the bottom, connecting that to the top. And then release. Let's come back to a forward fold, feet back to parallel. Any arm position here, you might grab your big toes. You could take a handful of your hair or give your own neck and shoulders a little squeeze. Feel free to stay here. You could come back to the squat, or if you want to try crow today, take a little step back from the front of the mat, set the hands shoulder width apart, knees to the upper arms, shift your weight forward, more weight in the hands, less weight in the feet. Wherever you are right now, breathing and feeling what you're doing. If you were in your hands, come back to your feet and then take some wrist release. Maybe stand hand, one hand at a time, under the feet so the toes are up to the wrists, or just give the wrists a little circle or rub. From here, we'll make our way back to down dog. Feel free to take crow again if you want. You could step or hop out of crow. You could take a vinyasa, or just simply step back. From down dog, right leg sweeps up, step forward, high lunge, arms up. Let's take a twist here, left elbow across. Feel free to modify or adjust this. If you'd rather do a low lunge, you could drop the back knee. If there's a different arm position, take what feels right for you. One more breath here. Let's release, hands to the floor, step up, half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Feel free to grab a block for your bottom hand or bend your bottom leg or both. Expanding past the ends of the body, past the fingertips, the toes, the top of the head. Last breath here. Release. Make your way back to down dog. Take your time. From down dog, left leg sweeps up. Step forward, high lunge, arms up. Come into your twist, whatever variation you took on the other side, maybe prayer twist, maybe arms extended, low lunge or high lunge. Let whatever outer shape you choose be the beginning, and then the real work is exploring the subtlety within this. Last breath. Release. Make your way to half moon, Ardha Chandrasana. Take your time. Remember that wobbling and falling are necessary parts of a balance practice. So being with what is showing up right now, can you be with it with ease? Last breath here. Release, make your way back to down dog, feeling whatever you're choosing to do. And then settle into a good rest, letting go of all of that. Let's come to hands and knees, tabletop. If you have something to pad your knees and you want to use it, feel free to grab a blanket or something. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Let's take thread the needle, a little twist. You can lift the left arm up and then curl from fingertips down, thread this right behind the right wrist and keep going until you come onto your shoulder and side of your head. From here, you can push the right hand into the floor or into the bottom forearm, or there's lots of other variations. You might take your right arm up or tuck it behind you. Gently, slowly release, come back to neutral, take your time unwinding. You might take a few rolls through the spine. Same thing other side, from neutral, right arm lifts up. Curl from fingertips down, thread it through. Come onto your shoulder and side of your head. Push into the left hand. Open through the top shoulder and then feel around. What are you noticing here? If you do anything a little differently, you're going to notice something different. So finding what's right for you right now. Release gently, coming up. Again, a few rolls through the spine. Let's come through down dog, and we're going to take that twist a little bit deeper for a dying warrior. So from down dog, thread the right leg out to the left, and you're going to lower all the way down onto your hip. If you can keep the back toes tucked under, that will help square off the hips. Your hips can't square, obviously, but you're going towards that, dropping the left hip down. And then we try and square off the upper body towards the front. You can stay on hands, you can come down onto elbows, or if you want to make it really deep, you can add the arms from the last pose. So your left hand would slide out to the right. This gets really tight, so listening for how this is. If it's too tight, you can always take the arms out of it. In this constricted position, can you feel your breath? Can you relax your face? And I like this pose when I come out of it. So as we get ready to release, really pay attention. To me, it feels like unkinking a garden hose. So you might notice a little flush of blood, of energy, of heat in the shoulders, in the hips as you make your way back to down dog. And again, any movement, maybe just simply stepping back, or maybe you want to take a little counter stretch or a vinyasa or something else. Feeling the effect of where you were, where you are now. Same thing other side. Left leg threads out to the right. Come all the way down onto the outer hip. Back toes tucked under if you can. Try and roll that right hip down. Square off your chest towards the front, either on hands or elbows. Or you can add the deeper twist, right arm threading out to the left. So we don't want to go beyond our limits, but we are purposefully putting ourselves in positions that may trigger overwhelm so that we can leave breadcrumbs. How do I go from overwhelm back to open, easeful presence? Can you feel all the tightness this pose stirs up, and slow down your breath, relax what's not needed. Can gently release, paying attention to what it feels like to undo that. Come back up, back through down dog. Again, any movement. Maybe you want to take a vinyasa, maybe just pedaling out a little bit. We're going to come all the way through to sitting and onto our backs. Can bring your knees in. Take a little circle or rock with your knees, massaging the lower back and sacrum into the floor. And as always, please do what feels right. We are winding things down, so I'll keep suggesting things, but you can totally do your own thing as we move towards Shavasana. If you want to join me for some hip and leg stretches, drop your feet to the floor, cross your right ankle above the left knee, reach your hands through, grab the left leg and hug it in. Figure 4 hip stretch, dropping shoulders, dropping chin so the back of the neck is long. Hugging your knee in as close as you can and continuing to relax here. To release, drop the left foot to the floor, straighten the right leg up, flex and point your right foot a few times. Circle your ankle, a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Straighten the left leg along the floor and then open the right leg out to the right, just at a slight angle. And there's many ways you might support your leg. One way is to have your elbow on the floor and leg resting into your hand. You can experiment what feels right now. Let's bring this straight leg up and across for a twist. Opposite hand might reach for the outside of the foot, calf, knee. You might use a strap. Take it all the way across so you're in a spinal twist with a straight or partly straight right leg, and then roll open through the right arm, dropping right shoulder down, dropping right hip down. And if you do want to add a quad stretch to this, you could have your right hand reach for your left foot. Might need to pick up the torso in order to grab hold of it, and then once you have hold, drop down again, drop the right shoulder. In a moment, we'll release. There is an option of coming through half or full lotus as we come out of this. Please don't force anything. If those are not poses that work for your body, don't do them. Don't worry about it. But if your hands are on your feet and you know you can do a half or full lotus, you might, as you roll onto your back, bend that right leg into half lotus. And then the bottom leg might come up and around into full lotus. Hug what you ended up with to your chest. Could be just crossed ankles, half lotus, full lotus, something else. Maybe a little circle or rock here. And then unwind your legs up to the ceiling, give them a good shake out, letting go of all of that. And then same thing other side. Feet flat. Let's cross the left ankle above the right knee. Reach your hands through, grab the right leg, hug it in, going right to your edge and then letting go. Let's drop the right foot to the floor, straighten the left leg up, flex and point your foot a few times. Circle your ankle a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. And then keeping the left leg more or less where it is, straighten the right leg along the floor and then open the left leg out to the left. Bring this straight leg up and across for a spinal twist. Hold where it makes sense for you. It might be your foot, ankle, calf, a strap. Might bend your knee a little or a lot. Open out through the left arm, drop down through the left hip. And if you added a quad stretch on the other side, you can do so at any time. Left hand reaches for the right foot. In a moment, we'll come back onto our backs. Come through whatever transition works for you. You might come into half lotus. You might take a full lotus. You might just hug your knees to your chest. Perhaps a little circle or rock. And then one more time, take the legs up, shake them out. Could kick your butt a couple times. Maybe bring the arms up and give them a good shake as well. And just check in with your body. Is there anything else that's needed? Do you want to finish with a back bend, an inversion, a restorative pose, anything or nothing? If there are any last poses you want to take, just feel what you're doing. See if you can stay with what you're doing right up until the end. Each time you finish something, you might again ask, what's needed now? When nothing else is needed, you can start getting comfortable, getting ready for your final resting pose, Shavasana. If you want to adjust your clothing or grab any props for that, take your time. When you do settle into your final rest, you can let go of the control of your breath. Let go of trying to do anything. Slowly begin to wiggle your fingers and toes, gently waking your body up again. Let this movement increase gradually through your wrists and ankles, eventually stretching out long through your arms and legs. When you're ready, bring your knees in. Roll to one side, pausing there for a moment. And then use your hands to help you up to sitting. Come back to a comfortable cross-legged position, bringing hands together at the heart. And just take a moment to silently thank yourself for your practice. You might extend that gratitude out to the people and circumstances that make it possible for you to be here. And that could extend far and wide. Maybe even sending gratitude and well wishes to all beings everywhere. Namaste. Thank you, everyone. Thanks for joining me today.